Are you someone who is looking to improve your relationship with people, with friends, family, colleagues, acquaintances, or even your spouse? Or you're someone who just always says, I don't have friends. I don't want to believe or agree with you that you don't have friends. It's okay not to have a lot of friends. It's okay to have few friends, but that you don't have friends at all. It's either that people hardly want to associate with you, or you have bad character or bad habits that you need to let go of. And so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you healthy habits, healthy social habits that you can cultivate to improve your relationships. Hello everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time coming across my video, you're welcome. My name is Grace and this is Bloom with Grace. On this base, I talk about everything faith, purpose, relationships, lifestyle. Help you with some contents that gets to inspire you, educate you, make you live a purposeful life, the life that God has created for you. And so if that sounds interesting, please give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe to join the family. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. Thank you for always coming back. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 healthy social habits that you can cultivate to improve your relationship. This applies to whether romantic relationship or friends, families, acquaintances, colleagues as well. And so without much being said, let's get right into the video. Number 1, you listen to understand, don't listen to reply. And a lot of us are guilty of this. And a quick disclaimer, all of these healthy habits is a note to me and to you who is watching this as well. So a lot of us are guilty of this particular habit. Like someone is trying to share their burdens with you or tell them how they've had a bad day, and before they finish speaking, you already want to talk, or you're just waiting for you to respond, not that you want to understand what they are saying. Like while they are saying, explaining their matter or their plight to you, you're already thinking of what next you want to say. And in that situation, you're not listening. You just want to wait for the person to reply. And when people feel like you're not listening, when they perceive that, it means that you don't value them. It means that you don't really care, right? You want to make the conversation about you instead of at least helping the person out. The person is trying to pour out their heart to you, and then or you want to make it all about yourself. So next time someone comes to you to share their burdens with you, listen to understand what they are going through, not to make the conversation about you. Listen to understand, do not listen to reply. And this is not to say, okay, it's only when people come to you to relieve themselves of whatever they are going through. You can just be having a random conversation with someone and you're listening to understand the person. In fact, to put yourself in the person's shoes. At the end of the day, both of you gets relieved or gets better at the end of the conversation, because you're listening to understand, not just because you want to respond. And when people see that you listen, they feel like they are valued. And when they feel that they are valued, they tend to trust you more. They want to always have more conversations with you. In fact, they want to confide in you. The end goal of every conversation is to ensure that both parties are happier than they were, or they get better, like have a meaningful conversations. Like maybe even if it's a problem, like people say, a problem half shared is half solved. So at least to an extent, you don't leave the person the way both of you're not the same at the end of the conversation. Like you get better, and that's why you would want to have more conversations, because you know that those conversations are meaningful. They will edify you, they'll get you better, happier, and even more fulfilled. Number 2 is to respect people's boundaries. So this particular one, I will not say, in fact, I don't want to say it applies to spouses, because based on biblical principles, when 2 people come together, they become one. So there's nothing like respecting your spouse's boundary. No. So but every other relationship, even if it's friendship, if it is maybe with colleague or acquaintances, or even family, extended family, you should learn to respect people's boundaries. Boundaries are like invisible wall or fences, and when you try to ignore them, you can get hurt. You may not get hurt physically, but emotionally you will get hurt. So maybe, for example, your friend who does not like being talked to in a certain way, or who doesn't like being like you prying, and now there are different stages of friendship. It depends on where you have gotten to, but at least respect people's boundaries. Let people let you in into their space, into their private space. Do not be too quick to let yourself in all by yourself. Take for instance, talking down on someone. Maybe it's even like you're playing and you're talking down on your friend's weight or a colleague's weight, and the person does not find it funny, and then one way or the other the person tries to ignore you because he or she knows that whatever opportunity you get, you will talk down on them, or there are certain questions that you ask them that they are not comfortably answering you at that time because of where you are or the space that you both are in. And it's okay to respect that, right? Don't feel too entitled to people, like you want to know all that is happening in their lives, right? A personal story to make this more relatable is this. A good example is one that happened to me while I think I was still a teenager at that time. It's still about respecting people's boundaries, and not, you don't say I can talk to anybody anyhow because, oh, she's my friend, she can take anything, or she'll be comfortable with me, whatever it is I say. So there's this friend of mine that I had, like a brother and a friend, and so in fact, I myself I cannot believe, now thinking about it, I can't believe that I actually took it that far. So, and randomly we're just playing in like a living room. It was not just me, we're plenty, my friends and all of that. And maybe I was eating that day, and he just made a statement like I love food or I eat too much. And it really got to me. I'm thinking about it now, I'm like, is it that small, that little statement, how could it have had so much effect on me that from that day I started having malice with that person? I kept malice with him for years. I don't even know, maybe it's 2-3 years before we eventually resolved it. But this is to say, some words carry power, and once it falls to the ground, you cannot pick it up, and you don't know the ones that people are more comfortable with or not. And that's why you have to be careful with your words. As little as telling someone that you look big, or you are a little bit fat, or you're adding weight, such words can hurt people. It can hurt your friend, it can hurt your colleague. So please try as much as possible to respect people's boundaries. Someone who appreciates emails than call, it's better to stick with that mail. Someone who appreciates maybe a phone call rather than a video call, a voice call rather than a video call, respect that. Don't be too quick to let yourself into people's spaces. Let them let you in as time goes on in the relationship. Basically, there are boundaries in relationship, and it's as you grow in that relationship that you begin to like break those boundaries until the person is able to really let you in completely into their space. And sometimes when you're not quite sure what you should do, or what will get this person angry or not, or what this person is comfortable with or not, it's okay to ask. It's okay to ask, can I call you, or can I ask a question? If you don't mind, can you tell me this? So such statements can be still okay. It's comfortable for people to now say. They can now decide if they're comfortable sharing or not. And the benefit of doing this, when you respect people's boundaries, you tend to earn yourself more respect. Like, they don't see you as that person who is trying to just force yourself on them. So they give you more respect, and then you become wiser, right? You know that as life goes on, you tend to, in fact, things get to come to they get more revealing as time goes on, that you don't even have to ask. It is when you even build that comfortable environment with them. They even feel more comfortable sharing with you without you asking, right? So it helps you become wiser, it helps you more respect, and people feel more comfortable with people who are not who are not prying. They're not prying into people's affairs. Number 3, be comfortable celebrating others without envy. And why that may be difficult, because sometimes when you see things happening for your friends or your colleague gets a promotion, things are happening well for your people around you, and then you feel like you're the only one left behind. Sometimes if you're not careful or watchful, envy can start to creep in, and that's why you need to guard your heart. So when people are celebrating maybe a milestone, success, achievements, and all of that, celebrate with them and don't envy them, because yours is coming. A lot of times when I scroll through Instagram and I see a lot of things happening, and I'm like, as much as you admire this, a little like when I like such posts, it gives me an assurance that as much as I like this and I admire it, my own is coming. If I can see this for others, it means that it can happen for me too. And like there's this saying that when something good happens to your neighbor, it means that God is in the neighborhood, or that's good thing too would reach your turn. So please ensure, in fact, be intentional about celebrating with people. The Bible says celebrate with those who are celebrating, who are rejoicing, right? So celebrate with them without envy, and consoling yourself that your own will come. And remember, when you are celebrating, there are still some people that will celebrate you as well. So celebrate people without envy their success or their achievements, whatever it is they are celebrating. And don't just celebrate, get to work as well. Number 4, address conflicts with grace, not with gossip, not with the mindset to put down the other person or to break the relationship and end it completely. And I would say that, first of all, whenever you have conflict with someone, it's best to go to that person to resolve the issue, and not to be spreading or to be talking about the matter everywhere, right? So first of all, you need to address the conflict with the person concerned, and with the mindset that you want to resolve this. Because a lot of times when we say we want to resolve conflict, we really do not want to. We just want to make an attempt, in fact, to make the situation even worse. So when you want to address conflict, or you want to try to resolve conflict, have it, whether at the back of your mind or in front of your mind, that I want this matter settled. I want to really resolve this conflict. I don't even have energy to fight anyone, right? And then the matter in which you communicate your concerns or what hurts you, right, is also very important. You can say you can pass a message in 2 different ways. One can end up hurting the person, one can end up making the person better, like happier, right? So watch the tone. Ensure that you're not trying to justify yourself even at that moment, even though you can be right? But know that you would not, let the person know that you will not intentionally hurt the person, and that's you being sincere that you will not intentionally hurt the person. And if same thing applies at the other hand too, I think it makes conflict resolution a lot easier. But when someone is not ready to listen, someone is not ready to even hear the other person out, or you just want to state your own facts, state your own right, you're not heading anywhere with that. So whenever you want to resolve conflict, or you want to make an attempt to resolve conflict, your mindset is very important, that you really want to let this go and you want peace to reign. Also, try and hear the other person out, and be sincere with your own concerns as well, or what hurt you in the process, or what the person could have done better, and hear the other person out too. And in situations where the two of you cannot handle it again, then you cannot extend it to the third party, and the third party has to be someone who is even more mature, someone who is neutral. So in fact, the Bible gives us like a method of conflict resolution. That's if for a Christian, like a conflict between a Christian and another Christian, says if you've called the person to try to resolve it with the person, invites someone to interfere in the matter, to try to resolve, maybe a neutral person or someone who is more mature and has more wisdom to, and if the person still does not want to resolve the conflict, take it to the elders of the church. If the elders of the church also attempt to resolve it, and at all costs this person is still adamant that no, then it says you should leave him alone, like just leave him as an infidel. Like that means if your conflict resolution should even get to that point, means that in the first place you're not allowing the Spirit of God to control you or to guide you. That's if you're a believer. But I believe addressing conflicts in any of these ways that I've mentioned should be able to help anyone at all, whether you're a Christian or not. Number 5, which is the last but not the least, show up consistently. Don't give up on your consistency in relationship. Maybe it is with your spouse. Maybe there are things that you used to do to express your love, or to tell them you love them, to show that you love them. Don't do it at a point in time and then stop doing it. You tend to make them lose trust, right? Even in friendships too, there are friendships that have gone down the drain because people don't show up as they should. Maybe it's a call or a text message, right? To just keep in touch. Even if it's your colleague that you guys are just close, consistency is very important if you're going to improve your relationship, or you're going to even sustain relationships. So as much as possible, I don't like to lose any relationship, right? And so while life can get busy, like everyone is up and doing, so sometimes you can be so distracted that you even forget to call a friend. But many times when you just remember, or a few times that you remember, ensure that you do something about it. Ensure that you put a call through to the person. You might even be commenting on the person's status. At least the person knows that you saw it and you reached out, right? So show up consistently in your relationships. That way you get to build more trust. Like people know that, right, this person has got me, or this person is thinking about me, even if the person does not show it every day, right? But they know that you are there and you are there for them. Okay, so a bonus point, if you are a Christian or you're a believer, one of the ways that you can show up consistently for your friends, for your family, your loved ones, is to pray for them. Prayer goes a long way, even beyond what you can gift them, maybe material things. I'm not saying material things or financial assistance is not enough. Even emotional care or assistance, I'm not saying they are not enough. But in cases where you don't have what to give, or you think you do not have anything to give, pray for them. Trust me, it goes a long way. And I believe that God hears the prayer of a sincere person, and He will grant it. And even when you have something to give as well, pray for them. Pray for people. People need prayers more than they need anything else. So even when you can give and when you cannot give, you can always pray for your friends, and it goes a long way to help them, even when they don't even know who is praying for them. And don't forget, you that is even interceding for them, there is a reward for you. God takes care of the needs of those who pray for others. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, if you watched till this very point, you are the real MVP. So share with me what habits stood out for you, or which habits will you be adopting going forward, and what habits you're going to be letting go of after watching this video. I hope and I pray that these habits help improve your relationship with your spouse, your friends, your colleagues. And so give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.